video. Welcome back to the channel. So before we start, I had recorded this whole video and then I realized that in my mic, or the mic attachment to the camera, I didn't have the connection in the right slot. So yeah, in the receiver there's two slots, one for what's supposed to be the camera in, and then one's for kind of like a if you want to connect to a speaker or something. So I had it in the speaker, and yeah, it was a good 15-20 minutes of talking, and yeah, all of that is kind of useless, like as you can hear now. Work with good, nice people. So anyway, the struggles of YouTube sometimes. So let's do this again. I did feel like got a lot of good ideas or good stuff that I spoke about, but let's see if we can do it again. Yeah, I don't really like script out word for word the video. I just kind of have ideas and points that I want to cover or that I think are relevant and important. So yeah, let's see what happens this time. Alright, so in this video I thought I'd speak a little bit about people and kind of why it's so important to work with good people or try to be a good person to work with. I think it spreads across any sort of industry, not really only the tech industry. Obviously my experience is more in the tech field or the software engineering field, and with other kind of software engineers, business analysts, UX engineers, those kind of people. But yeah, I think it can be applied, or the principle can be applied all throughout I mean, beyond just work-wise, even just with people you associate with, friendships, relationships. I think it goes a long way. I think it's very important that you kind of try to ensure that the company that you apply to or the company that you work for, the people that you work with are nice people to work with. I think there is a distinction. I think you'll find out very quickly when people are not nice to work with how toxic and how bad the environment can become. It can really take a toll on you, your self-esteem, your mental health, all those kind of things. Sometimes we tend to think that, it's just how it is. It's just the people that we have to deal with. And, luckily it's only while I'm at work. But what you need to realize is that while you're at work takes up a very big portion of your day, of your life. So if you're having to deal with this and deal with these people every single day, for such a big time, inevitably their behavior or their traits are going to rub off on you, kind of have an effect on you, which can be not a good thing, especially if they are not the most easiest or most nicest people to work with. Something to think about. In saying that, I think it is quite important to ensure that you do work with good people. Yeah, what do I mean by that? Like nice people to work with. I think it's also important that you kind of start with yourself, in the sense that you try to become exactly that. You try to ensure that you yourself are a nice person to work with. And yeah, what that means is like you are easily approachable. I think it's a lot to do with mindsets. You should have that kind of growth mindset, that learning mindset. Someone who's not afraid to keep learning, or who kind of thrives and wants to keep learning and keep growing, which is kind of the mindset you want, and kind of the mindset of the people that you want to surround yourself with, and in turn work with on your team, or just work with on a day-to-day basis, because by them having that same mindset, you kind of know that, you know, they will always be growing, always be learning, and in turn you will have to do the same. Yeah, you will in turn keep growing and keep learning new things. And I think it's more important, maybe not more, but very important in the tech field or in the tech industry, because naturally, you know how fast tech changes, tech advances, new things come around. So you kind of have to keep learning, keep moving forward, just to keep up to date with all the trends, all the new things. I guess it also comes down to, you need to kind of enjoy your job. I mean, whether you enjoy the work or not, that can fluctuate. But I think one good constant is that if you're working with good people, you will kind of always enjoy the work, or you will always look forward to that environment. Just firsthand, my experience is that working with good people has a major impact, major difference. Out of all the other factors that play a role, I think that one of the top things is just being around good people. And yeah, I've experienced that firsthand. The company I work for, it's a software consulting company called Entelect, and they do a lot of work just with their people, in terms of culture, in terms of fit, in terms of teamwork, all these kind of things, just even from the interview stages, from when you want to join the company. They do a lot of work to ensure that the person that they're hiring kind of will fit the culture, fit that kind of growth, learning mindset, in order to make sure that the people within the company kind of all have the similar mindset, similar principles when it comes to the things that we want to do, the things that we want to deliver. I think that has made such a big difference, because it really reflects in the people that we work with, that I work with every single day. And you know, they do a lot of things, simple things, like they do a lot of one-on-ones within our team. So within a typical team, we'll have different people with different roles. For example, majority will probably be software engineers, but then you'll have like a business analysts, UX engineers, maybe QA engineers, and maybe even a tech lead and a team lead. And what they do is that with your team lead, they do ensure that the team leads kind of have regular one-on-one sessions with each person, just to kind of keep the team spirit, team morale going, and you know, just to catch any issues before they blow up or before they become bigger. Also within those one-on-ones, they kind of focus on you specifically. So your one-on-one, you will focus on your career goals, your growth, the things that you want to grow in, goals that you have. It's a really good thing that's how they kind of nurture and constantly grow their people. And in turn, that whole growth mindset just kind of perpetuates, which is good. Other things, social aspects, I think are also quite important. For example, they have a lot of social clubs, from hiking to paddle to soccer to chess clubs. You name it, they've got it. And it's a great way to socialize with people outside of work within a common interest. So I think that's really cool. One other thing is they also do a lot of team lunches, team builds with the team, with the client team as well. Fostering good relationships is such a big thing in the company, and I really see why, because it makes such a big difference in everybody's day-to-day lives. I encourage you to, when you're applying for jobs, when you're looking at places to work, just be aware of this. If you do end up in a team or in a company where it's really feeling toxic, the people are very, very bad or not nice, I encourage you, don't be scared to kind of look elsewhere. Just don't get stuck in there because you think that's just how it is, because it's really not. I'll also just give an example. Like today, we had a lot of meetings today, and discussing things with people, it's great when everyone's on the same page. We kind of get things done quickly, efficiently. So currently I'm working within the mining space. We're working on some mining simulation software, and it can become quite complicated. Just kind of, if we have an issue or a bug that we need to find, trying to debug the code base, which is quite massive, can be quite difficult. But the great thing is that in a good team, you can just call up someone, have them sit with you, you debug together, they just be an extra pair of eyes, and you'll be amazed by how quick they can catch something that maybe you who have been looking at it over and over and over may have missed. Yeah, little things like this just shows how good the people are and how much it helps by having such good people and being on such a good team full of intelligent people that really kind of elevate you and help you and support you through your work that you need to do. And yeah, naturally this helps just with delivering things on time, delivering things efficiently, overall just getting things done really well, really efficiently. I hope it wasn't too much of a ramble, but ultimately what I was just trying to say or kind of just express. Yeah, I know that at the beginning of our careers, you know, we really focused on kind of making money, building cool things, and you don't really think about these other aspects like, you know, working with good people. What does that even mean? And I'm speaking from my own experience. I never even thought about this till maybe 3-4 years down the line into my career. So I think it's just something that you need to be aware of and something to think about, because yeah, it has a big impact. And if not, I think it's one of the biggest impacts that affect your career, that affect your mindset, that affect your mental health specifically. I hope it's helpful, and yeah, just keep that in mind. I thought I'd also just talk a little bit about YouTube, since at the start of the video I spoke a bit about how I messed up the first video. You know, YouTube can be quite a struggle, or not a struggle, just it can be time consuming, can be difficult at times. There's a lot that goes into it, time goes into it, recording, editing, just trying to think of ideas can get really exhausting. Yeah, I'm not painting such a good picture, but I'll get to the good parts. And I suppose this goes to just content creation on a general level. It's quite time consuming, it's quite a lot of effort. I think if you don't enjoy it, it will be difficult, or you'll end up finding that you will not kind of see it all the way through. I guess what I'm saying is, go back to myself, I guess it's just easier if I give an example from my perspective. So for me, I just mostly I enjoy the video editing part of all these things. I'm not the biggest fan of like this recording myself. I'd much rather be recording somebody else and then editing the video of them. But yeah, I do enjoy just the process of creating a video. So I guess that's why I just continue to do it. The biggest struggle is consistency and ideas, I think. If you kind of are doing it, trying to get out a video every week, You need to have consistent ideas. You need to have the time every week, more than that, to just record a video, edit a video. So anyway, it's not a quick thing. It is time consuming. But on the plus side, for me, I do enjoy the process. So I mean, when I can, I will try to make a video or try to make videos. Yeah, it's a great way to share knowledge that you have that ordinarily maybe you would just speak to, you know, close friends, close people now and again about whatever that topic is that you're passionate about. But this way, at least you get to share it with maybe one person, maybe 100 people, maybe 1,000, maybe, you never know. Even if just a couple of people out there watch your videos and really enjoy what you say or really resonate and take some advice from what you share, I think it's still good. So I guess if you have plans of kind of really making it your main job, your main source of income, then yeah, it's a bit of a different ball game. Again, you will have to really dedicate a lot of time and effort towards it. You get to learn a whole lot of new things. As I said, I enjoy video editing, and doing more videos, you learn a lot more about video editing, different ways to do things, different ways to streamline the process. Yeah, you tend to get a lot more efficient at getting things done quicker. In this day and age of social media marketing, just having an idea of how to do these kind of things just in terms of marketing, I think it can really help in any avenue, you know, any career. I think it's a good skill, a good set of knowledge, things to know basically. You never know when you may use it and for what. If you need to promote something or just something that you're working on, it's a great way that you can leverage social media. Naturally, there are bad ways to use social media, but yeah, that's a whole different topic. There's a lot of things to learn in the process. Yeah, it also helps with kind of confidence, I suppose, for lack of a better word. Not many of us enjoy actually like sitting behind a camera and having to edit ourselves, listen to our own voice. So yeah, you kind of just get on with it and get it done. I guess that's another good skill to embrace through the process. I guess if you're really thinking about it, what's the harm, you know? Just give it a try, shoot a video, share some knowledge, upload it, do another one. Don't worry about the views. Get very disheartened if you kind of track the views. Yeah, I mean, you put a lot of effort into it and then you see you only get maybe 5, 10, maybe 20 views. And don't worry about that. Just do it because you enjoy it, do it because you have something good to share. Yeah, see where it takes you.